Good morning, everybody. Let's get going. Let's do some yoga, shall we? I think so. We have 30 minutes today. So let's come into a comfortable seat at the top of our mats. Long, straight spine. Shoulders back and down. Grounding down through both sides of your bum. Big, deep breath in through the lungs. Using your whole entire lung space. Really letting out all of that old stale air from the night, from the morning. Maybe you've been sitting at your desk, and if you're anything like me, after you've been sitting at your desk for a while, your shoulders start to slump and your head starts to come forward, and we just really want to circumvent that and bring the long, tall spine and the shoulders back and down. We're inviting in the deep breath. And on the exhale, maybe engaging a little ujjayi breath. What is that? A little constriction in the back of your throat, a little elongation on the exhale, a little bit of audibility, almost pushing the breath out. And just checking in with your physical body and taking note of all the little places inside of you where you might be holding on to stress or tension or pain in your body. You know, check in with those shoulders, those hips, those knees. This is Betsy. And now, really quickly checking in with our emotional body. And what does that mean? It just means honoring all the different stuff going on inside of you. You know, whether you're excited about quarantine because you're learning a new skill or reading a really great book, or you're quarantined with people who you love, or maybe the other way, or maybe a little bit of both, you know? Maybe quarantine is like awful for you and you're just holding on to like so much tension and frustration, or maybe it's just somewhere in between and some days are good and some days are bad, you know, and that's okay too. Just breathe it out. One more really big deep breath. And we're going to inhale, both arms up into the air, palms facing each other. Exhale, bring it on down through center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, down through center. Inhale, both arms up. This one's different. On the exhale, bringing your right hand to your left knee and your left arm behind you, twisting open, looking over your left shoulder. Beautiful. Big, deep breath. Inhale, both arms up into the air. Exhale, other side, bringing your left hand to your right knee and your right arm behind you. Twisting open, looking over your right shoulder. Twisting from the core, twisting from the shoulders. Big, deep breath. Inhale, both arms up into the air. Exhale, bring it down through center. And just grounding down for one breath here. With your left hand down on the floor beside you, inhale up with the right, reaching up and over. Now, twisting your chest open towards the ceiling. Option to come down on your forearm if you're just craving that little bit extra. Big full breath into the side body. Both sides of your bum flat on the mat. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, right arm down, reaching over with the left. Twisting the chest open towards the ceiling. Option to come down a little bit more on that forearm if that feels really juicy for your body today. Big full breaths. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bring it down through center. One more deep breath. Inhale up. Exhale, down through center. All right, coming onto our hands and our knees. Now, if you're somebody who maybe has some pain going on in your knees, feel free to use a blanket or a pillow here just to give yourself a little bit of extra support. I usually have mine, but it's not handy today. Oops. Hands flat, fingers spread out wide. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling, pressing your belly button down into the mat. Big full breath. Exhale, tucking the chin, arching the spine, pressing down through your shoulders and the palms of your hands. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling, pressing your belly button down into the mat, lifting from the chest. Exhale, tucking your chin, arching your spine, pressing down through your shoulders and the palms of your hands. Returning back into a neutral position. And taking a peek over your right shoulder like you had a tail. And you were trying to take a look at it. Let your hips fall down towards the left. Take a deep breath here. Bringing it back into center. Other side, taking a look over your left shoulder like you had a tail. And you were trying to take a peek at it. Let your hips fall down towards the right. Take a deep breath here. Bringing it back up into center. And we're going to inhale with the right arm up into the air. Rotate that wrist and wiggle those fingers. Exhale, bringing it down, threading the needle, coming underneath the left arm. Bringing it right down to the earth. Resting the weight of your body right down on that shoulder. Taking big, deep breaths here. How does that feel in your shoulder? Is that a comfortable sensation or is it an uncomfortable sensation? Are there any adjustments that you can make to help make it feel a little bit better? One more deep breath. On the inhale, rising back up. Bringing that arm all the way up, rotate the wrist and wiggle the fingers, coming back down into a tabletop position. Nice. Other side. Inhale, left arm up into the air, rotate the wrist and wiggle the fingers. Exhale, bringing it down, threading the needle, coming underneath the right arm and resting it down on the earth. Resting the weight of your body down on that arm. Big full breaths. How does this feel in your body? Does it feel comfortable or does it feel uncomfortable? And are there any small adjustments that you can make to find your version of this posture? One more breath. Pressing down through your right hand, lifting up, bringing it all the way up, rotate your wrist and wiggle your fingers, coming back down into a tabletop position. Beautiful. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. We're going to take a couple of moments here, a couple of breaths. Just waking up that downward facing dog, those tight hamstrings, those tight shoulders. Really grounding down through the thumb and the forefinger. Shoulder blades slide up your back, pulling the belly button into the back of your spine. Lifting those hips up towards the ceiling. The goal here is not to press your heels down to the floor. That's not what we're after. But if that feels good for your body, Go for it. One more really deep breath. Looking up at your hands and just walking little step, step, step into the center of your mat. Inhale halfway, long straight spine. Exhale down to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it down through center. We'll do one really slow sun salutation. Inhale, rise. Exhale all the way down to the floor. Inhale halfway, long straight spine. Exhale, hands flat, step or jump back into plank. Holding your plank just for one breath. Elbows tucked in close to your body, lowering all the way down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog, backs of your feet pressed against the mat, thighs lifted, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Let your heart rate slow down just for a moment. Lifting up the right leg up into the air, swinging it through and replacing that right hand with your left foot. Sorry, right hand with your right foot. Dropping the left knee down to the earth. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, settle down into it. All right. So what does that mean, settle down into it? So our right knee is directly above the right ankle here, and we're really letting our hips sink down into the mat. You can really feel this right here in your left hip. Breathe into that. Arms up into the air, let your shoulders drop away from your ears, creating space. Big full breath. Let's go. Cactus arms out to the side, bringing your shoulder blades together behind you. Breathe. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, open up to the right. Right arm behind you, reaching to the back of the mat. Left arm in front of you, reaching to the front of the mat. Don't lose that bend in your front knee. This is very twisty. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open up to the left. Left arm reaching to the back of your mat. Right arm reaching to the front of your mat. One more breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale, both hands down on the inside of this right foot down here. Just hanging out for a moment. Just letting gravity pull those hips down to the mat. Big full breaths. We're going to keep the right hand flat and we're going to twist it open with the, oh, I messed it up. Left hand flat, twist it open with the right. What did I say at the beginning? Quarantine brain fog. I'm telling you, it's a thing. Maybe gazing up at that hand if you feel for it. Big full breaths. Exhale, back down to the earth, both hands flat, tucking your toes behind you, lifting your hips, coming back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a moment, take a breath. Other side, left leg comes up into the air, swinging it forward, replacing that left hand with your left foot. Dropping the right knee down to the earth, back of your foot flat on the mat. Inhale to rise, bring it up tall, shoulders drop away from the ears. That left knee is directly above your right ankle. Exhale, settle down into it. Breathe. Maybe lifting from the chest a little bit here. Cactus arms out to the side, bringing those shoulder blades together behind you. This is my first sort of like big movement of the day. So I like to kind of wake up my shoulder blades, you know, give it a little roll. Kind of there, find that sweet spot. I can feel a little bit of tension in my shoulders and my back. Let's inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, open up to the right. Right arm to the back, left arm to the front. Twisty twist. Big full breaths. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, open up to the left. Left arm to the back, right arm to the front. Twisty twist. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, both hands down on the inside of this left foot here. Hands flat, fingers spread out wide, arm bones stacked. Just hanging out for a moment. Take a breath. Let your heart rate slow. This time we keep the right hand flat. Twist it open with the left. Twisting your chest open towards the ceiling. Don't lose that bend in your front knee. Big full breaths. Exhale, bring it back down to the earth. Tucking your toes behind you, lifting your hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. How are you guys feeling? A little bit warm in the cheeks. Let's lift up the right leg up into the air, sending it forward, and we're just going to drop that shin right to the front of the mat. Take a moment, find your sweet spot. Your shin might be more parallel to the front of the mat, or you can bring your heel a little bit closer to your groin. And just using your left toes behind you just to straighten out that leg. Proud pigeon, tall and strong. Big full breaths. You can feel the length from the crown of your head down your torso, through your hips, down your leg, all the way to your toes. This beautiful line. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down, and you will find that when you bring it down, your hips will shift. That stretch will go from your left hip into your right hip. It's so magical. Yoga is the coolest thing ever. Pressing down into your hands, coming back up to rise. I'd like to stay there a little bit longer, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. But we only have 30 minutes, you guys. It's not long enough. Let's send the left leg up into the air, swinging it forward, dropping that shin to the front of your mat. Big full breath. Using your toes behind you just to straighten that leg out, tall and strong. Inhale, tall and proud from the crown of your head to the tip of your toes. Take a deep breath, shoulders drop away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold. We're not here long. Take a deep breath. Maybe engaging that ujjayi. Pressing down into your hands, bring it back up tall and strong, tucking the toes behind you, lifting the hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. Little step, step, step into the center of your mat, dropping down onto your bum. Beautiful. Bringing the feet together in front of you, soul to soul. Now, if you're somebody who has lower back pain or sciatica or some funny stuff going on there, if you bring your feet a little bit further out in front of you and create a big diamond shape, you're going to target those muscles back there and give them a little workout, and it'll make you feel really great. It'll help out a lot for the day. Now, if that's not something that you deal with, you can bring your feet a little bit closer to your body as much as you're comfortable. And it's going to more target the front of your hips and the front of your pelvis, which I really love, because, you know, here's the thing. Humans store stress and tension in their bodies. You do it, I do it, we all do it. And where do we store it? We store it in our shoulders, we store it in our hips, we store it in our knees. Those are the big places. So let's inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold. Moving with your breath, with every inhale, rising up a tiny little bit. Maybe you can feel it. I can't even see it. And with every exhale, allowing yourself to move into the space that you are creating. Inhale to rise, bringing it up tall and strong, extending the right leg out in front of you, pulling the left leg in close, turning your torso towards that foot like it's a bullseye. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold, reaching for that foot or your ankle or your knee. And maybe feeling a little bit tight because, like, let's face it, it's not even noon yet, you know? We get up in the morning in our bedrooms and we put on our daytime pajamas and we hang out in the living room all day. We're a little bit tight. Big full breath. Inhale to rise, bringing it up tall and strong, switching sides, extending the left leg out, bringing the right leg in close. Turning your torso towards that foot like it's a bullseye. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold, or reaching for that foot or ankle or knee or whatever you got. Chest to toes. Breathe. Just checking in with your shoulders here too. Is your right shoulder kind of like creeping up because you're twisting your chest open towards the ceiling? Can you balance them out? We want to keep them even here so that we can target the hamstrings and our legs, not the side body. One more really deep breath. Bring it in, bring it in. Inhale to rise, bring it up tall and strong, my friends. Big V energy, spread it out. Now, as much as you feel comfortable, grounding down through the heels, flexing the toes, bringing them in towards your face. Long, tall spine, shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Coming down as much as you feel comfortable. Big full breaths. With every inhale, rise up a tiny little bit. And with every exhale, folding into it. You can reach for your toes here if you like. Keep those feet flexed, pulling them in towards your face. One more really deep breath. Inhale to rise, bringing it back up tall and strong. Zipping those legs together. You know, and just moving the booty out to the side. That beautiful booty. Long, tall spine. Grounding down through the heels. Pulling the toes in towards your face. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, reaching for those toes, your ankles, your shins, whatever you got. Big full breath. It's all about the breath. Your strength, your flexibility, everything is in the breath. Your inner peace. You know how they say when you're really upset, like take a deep breath and count to 10? They say that because that's because it regulates everything in your body, including your mood too. So if you're upset, stop, take a deep breath, count to 10. It'll just calm you down a little bit, That's little yoga in everyday life. Let's inhale to rise, bring it back up tall and strong. And crossing the legs in front of you. Long, tall spine, shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms up into the air. Reach it tall and strong, sending your crown up to the ceiling. Now, leaving that length in your spine and your crown, exhale, bring it down to the earth. Elongated and lengthened. Namaste, my friends and yogis. Thank you for coming to hang out on Instagram Live. And I will be here next Wednesday at 11 a.m. if you would like to join. If you're on my mailing list, I sent you a schedule this morning so that you can check it out and you can come join. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if KellieBom Yoga is totally your jam, you can also find me on Facebook. You can find my Instagram at KellieBom Yoga, and I'm on YouTube too. So come on out. Let's do some yoga in these weird quarantine times. I love you guys and I miss you, and I can't wait for the day when we're all in the studio together again, where we belong. Namaste.